So a nationwide warning has been issued to the entire United States. That right there has many people freaking out. Many people are extremely concerned. Millions of people are at risk. And I want to explain where this warning is coming from and why this warning is so important and vital as we head into the warmer months. So I'm going to break all that down in just one moment. All I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. So what is this nationwide warning that was just issued the other day? Well, we're going to get to that in just a moment. But this warning, the reason why I'm bringing this to your attention is because of something else that is currently going on. And that has to do with the weather. The weather, according to many forecasters, they are saying it's projected to be a long, hot summer here in the United States. That right there is obviously interesting. Look at this. You can see from this map where it's in orange. This means it's above its normal temperatures. Okay. Over here, it's equal chances, right? And then here in the orange, it's slightly above as well. But keep in mind that this is extremely important, what we see here. Okay. Because of this. There's a drinking water warning that has been issued nationwide here in the US. That was just issued the other day. I want to read some of this to you. It says, EPA outlines enforcement measures to help prevent cybersecurity attacks and protect the nation's drinking water. This is just from 3 days ago on May 20th. It says, today, May 20th, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, or the EPA, issued an enforcement alert outlining the urgent cybersecurity threats and vulnerabilities to community drinking water systems and the steps these systems need to take to comply with the Safe Drinking Water Act. The alert is part of the government-wide effort led by the National Security Council and the Department of the Homeland Security, Cybersecurity, and Infrastructure Security Agency to reduce the nation's infrastructure and cybersecurity vulnerabilities. EPA is issuing this alert because threats to and attacks on the nation's water system have increased in frequency and severity to a point where additional action is critical. The key there is the attacks on the nation's water system have increased in frequency and severity. I've told you this before. This happened previously with our power supplies and power plants, that people were increasing the frequency in which they attacked these, and they were increasing the severity. It wasn't just shooting it with a couple bullets. Now it was actually driving a car into them and completely ruining them. Okay, so that's kind of what we're seeing. Now, I want to get back to this though. Okay, this drinking water warning. Why is this such a big issue? It has to do with the heat. Okay, it really has to do with the heat, because right now cities are looking for new ways to keep people safe and alive. The summer heat, according to experts, could be some of the highest we have seen in recent years. Now, it may not be the highest on record, but they do expect we are going to be hit harder this year than we were last year, especially in parts of the US. Well, keep this in mind. As it becomes warmer out, or just very hot, people are going to be drinking water. Okay? Here's the concern. When you go to a park, you go to a mall, you go to some of these other locations, more public areas, and it's really hot out, there's a good chance you are going to be consuming some type of public water. And I bring this up because let's say you go to a mall and you drink out of a drinking fountain. In many of those locations, they are not filtered. You're not drinking this highly filtered water. Okay? It's not run through a reverse osmosis machine. Okay? So if there's a physical attack or a cyber attack on our nation's water supply, there's a chance we could actually drink and consume some of that. And if that's the case, we could be, drinking some type of very unsanitary water, which could make us sick, right? We could contract some type of virus. We could also right? We lost a life. So that's the reason I'm bringing this to your attention. What the EPA is saying is they are asking for Congress to do more. Okay? They want us to do more. The government has to do more to protect us, to make sure that we are perfectly safe. Now, here's the next thing. As it gets warmer outside, we are going to see things like wildfires. We're going to see, and this is a troubling one, is according to experts just today, they're saying that this year will have more hurricanes on record than any other year. They're predicting between 8 and 13. Here's the reason why that is a big issue. If we see hurricanes or wildfires, even windstorms, just knock out power, we could also see our water supply get hit. Okay? This is why FEMA and senators are pressing FEMA on disaster relief funds. They want to know, do we have enough money to handle any potential disaster that's thrown our way in 2024 or potentially 2025? As of right now, we just don't know. But that's why seniors are asking this. It says right here, with the start of the Atlantic hurricane season now just days away, Senators Rick Scott and Marco Rubio are seeking information from the Federal Emergency Management Agency over the status of its disaster relief fund used to help communities recover from catastrophic weather events. Keep in mind, wildfire, hurricanes, right? Just a tornado or a windstorm, this could hurt us. This coming summer, some are expecting that this is going to be the worst summer that we've had on record. Number one, because we're going to see more hurricanes. Number two, we could see extreme heat in certain parts of the country. Number three, we don't know if FEMA is actually fully funded. And number four, there's so many other issues right now that some are speculating that this is when we are going to see a potential attack here on the U.S. So, I don't know what's going to happen moving forward, but all I can tell you is I am trying to stay alert, trying to stay ready and learn about everything that's going on. Here's what I want you to do. Right now, this nationwide warning, has many people very concerned. I'm somewhat concerned as well, but one of the things that I like to do is I like to drink filtered water, okay? If you can drink water that's run through a reverse osmosis machine, I would highly recommend that as well. Okay, that's something that I know a lot of people don't do, but I highly recommend it. There's a machine, it costs like $200. It's over on Amazon. I'll put a link to that. It's one that I personally prefer as well, but you can go and check that out. But again, keep in mind, drink filtered water. Try not to drink water from the tap unless it's going through a filter. Okay. One of the things, I have a few friends that do this every week. It's not on the same day, but every week they usually test their water just to make sure that the water that's coming out of their faucet, which does run through a filtration system, that it is coming out and there's not too many chemicals, or it doesn't have too much chlorine in it or whatever. So there are strips you can get to test it out if you want to. I personally don't do that, but if you want to, that is available. So I will put a link down in the description box below so you can go check out that reverse osmosis machine. But if you have any other questions, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.